And they can now open doors. What happened? Salut survivors! Welcome back to SolutOdka's channel in Night of the Dead for the day 41 Horde night. So as usual today, as we did for the last 40 Horde nights, I will briefly present to you the construction and the achievement of today, and we will then play the Horde night. So, as introduced in our Horde Wave 40, I have started to build this idea of this main grand entrance with a V-shaped funnel. This little red flag, that's where the trebuchet last night reached up to in terms of nearest inner radius. I am not sure if the trebuchet would be built on a higher elevation, if it would be further. But look, for now, that this red flag the limit. That's why I built the grand entrance at this location for now. So the concept is to have some initial traps here to thin them down, and from there, when they arrive here, so I have moved the door, as you can see here, and then they can go either to the serpent maze, either to the main maze. I have just finished it because I went on a big harvesting session today, more than 300 iron, so I really had a very short time to build that. And in the future, I plan on studying it more. I would like to connect this bridge to this terrace here, so that I can come access here from both sides. I am not entirely certain that the elevation that they have put permits to reload them and repair them. We will test that in live. Now I haven't finished to reload everything because I left very early in the day, so I'm going to do that now while introducing to you something else. This weekend, as you know, or as you probably know, I also did like a base 40 tour. Because I think a lot of people might not have the full understanding of the base we have built, which is slightly complex if you would start today to follow the series. That might appear a bit complex, and also it can be useful for many new players to reutilize some of these concepts for their own playthroughs. Let's get that fox. So it made me think that actually our base now is really, how to say, extremely strong. I mean, it's if I don't fall or if I don't make a mistake, honestly, even if I don't reload any traps, I think the base could handle so much. So I am considering to soon start a new playthrough. We have gotten a lot of learning. When I started this playthrough, it was on day one of release of the game. I was a noob. I have learned really a lot these past couple of weeks, and it might be the time to start a new playthrough. So it doesn't mean to stop this one. I really love the base, and it is really great for testing purposes. We have really been testing a lot since the beginning, right? So we should not discard it. But testing all these learnings in a much higher difficulty level would be, I believe, interesting. That would be, I think, the next goal. And we are going to have our testing of our grand entrance today. So please let me know in the comments what do you think about this approach to start a new playthrough. I'm thinking that would be in Legendary. Now we have been learning the basics. Okay, so let's see. I mean, for the moment there are not many. So they are going in the middle. Idea would be to see when there are lots, are they using the different path, or how are they doing? Let's see if we can reload. I think It might be too high. Okay. I have put it 1.5 column high, and that is too high. So it should be a little bit lower. I mean, I can just easily modify this column to be lower. That's no major deal. One thing I'm not sure is the trebuchet, is it doing damages also to the structure? I mean, of course, there is not yet a protection here, so jumpers will try to come here. Oh, the trebuchet is actually shooting even nearer than the red flag, eh? Yes, some are going this way. So normally when there would be a lot of zombies, they would spread into the 4 different paths here. One in between these two. One in between these two shredders. One in between these two shredders, and 2 in the middle in between cutters and shredders. If I have put cutter, it's because of the space required for the column to support the bridges. Now the bridges should be built at a lower elevation. Okay, they're going for the mid bait now. Let's load these ballistas. Ah, that's the upgraded ones. There were some basics. Nice, I feel our entrance lowering the bridge deck will permit to reload that grand entrance. Now that grand entrance should be bigger. Here it's only 3 long because of the radius of the trebuchet. I wanted to make it at least 4 long. Now we can see it's not very useful without the reloads, right? But that was a test of the concept. Please let me know in the comments, what do you think about this V-shaped funnel? I had one concern, actually, is that it would add to the 50 blocks leech distance. So when I am located at the serpent maze here, would the zombies that come from afar on this side, would they go to the V-shaped funnel? I suppose they would, but this is probably depending if my position to their position is still within 50 blocks distance. Now 50 is a lot, so that should still be workable. Okay, the doors are closed here. Now if the doors are closed, why aren't they coming this way here? That's interesting. As far as I recall, I didn't do any modification on this side. Now I feel the trebuchet, while it's great probably for planning for the future waves, the projectiles cost stones and boulders, so it's actually kind of expensive to use that. Now it's kind of a little bit puzzling me. Why are they coming down that way here? I mean, now that I'm here, of course, that's normal. But when I'm on the opposite side, this door here is closed. Everything is closed. It's all reloaded. So that's quite questionable. Why are they coming up this way? Okay, these ones here, they are already attracted by the meat bait somewhere around here. Let's have a look at them. Okay, him, he fell. Good. Okay, we will soon have the final wave. What here was really difficult in this playthrough is that my land selected at the beginning on on day one was really not ideal. I mean, it's far from being flat, right? One main issue. So in my future playthrough, I would pick a flat land so that building and designing bases would be much easier. One, and then two. The positioning of the gates and the fact that they can arrive from every direction onto me is kind of making things much harder and requires this huge palisade to force them to come from one side. It really looks like a tall way. That's cool. I like it. Now it probably needs some fine-tuning and optimization, of course. It definitely does need it. Okay, our cutters here, I suppose they are out of counts as well. Almost, yes. Well, some are already. Let's prepare. Up. The final wave will be coming really soon now. Yes, final wave starting. Here, butcher with an arrow in the head, a bolt in the head. And the second one. Oh, we have a compressor that ran. Hola. I wasn't far enough. We have a compressor that ran out here. That's this one. So there's really a lot of noise on the OS. So let's see, how is he behaving him? Would they consider this as a pass? I mean, I'm kind of a little bit puzzled here. I mean, it's fine if they can go to the loop of death, eh? Go. Ah, there is another one glitched. We had the same a few nights ago. There are more and more reaching the end here. Let's check to reload if needed. Hehehe. Oh, he has opened the door, isn't it? Oh, he has opened the door, isn't it? One opened it and one closed it. Let me check here. Oh, cool. He closed for us. Yeah, good. I come to check. How are they opening the door? I mean, they are opening the door, right? Ooh la la. I don't get it. That's new that they can open doors here. Okay, they are going to eat the meat bait, likely. I wonder if there was a patch. And they can now open doors? What happened? I'm really a bit puzzled there. Well, now the door is broken. Okay, let's prepare. They are going to eat the meat bait. And after that, I'll be the bait. So when there was a door, they could open the door and go through, and now they cannot go through. They look like stuck, isn't it? Look, that's kind of very curious, huh? Allez. Oh, they haven't finished to eat it? Oh no. No, they did not. Now it's repaired. I wonder for what reason they have been able to open the door. I mean, when the door is broken, of course, they can just go through. And I wonder how in the first place they were able to come down this way. I mean, that's kind of like puzzling me there. What has changed? Something did change, obviously. Okay. Here a couple of guests reach the guillotine tunnel. So when they reach this point, they don't go for the meat bait? And to some extent, I don't understand sometimes really how the zombies behave, right? It's kind of awkward. Not sure to understand here. I mean, this one is behaving normally. But that one, what is he doing? Why isn't he going down the stairs to the meat bait? Now I think in the future base, which I started to conceptualize for our legendary playthrough in our mid-bait room, the spiked flows, while it's great, it's slowing them down, but it's not doing enough damage. We would need to get something that's... Oh, someone was at the guillotine tunnel. I cannot reload from here. Okay, so definitely here there was something that they were trying to come up this way here through this little opening, I suppose. But look, I cannot pass through, so I suppose I can't pass through either. What is very surprising is that in the previous night it did not behave this way. Look, let's check. How did they do at the loop of death? Oh, this one is pretty much used. Yeah, back into the loop. But you see, here, in fact, these gaps, they don't detect it. I mean, they're not meant to go that way. They're meant to go this way. And here is a door for me to get in and out, right? So it's alright. Oh, they have actually used a lot of our loop of death here. It has been very, very useful. Oh! Why are you coming after me now? Okay, cool. Well, we were able to have an initial test of this concept of the grand entrance. It definitely requires some refinement and fine-tuning. Please share your thoughts about it. I am not entirely convinced about the trebuchet I mentioned because of the cost of the ammo. But that's for testing purposes, for testing again in a higher difficulty in the near future. We were able to see the very useful loop of death whenever something goes somehow wrong and they reach the mid-bait room, where we had some pretty cool fights in our mid-bait room. That's nice. Now, for unknown reasons, they came coming here while the doors were closed. This I don't really know. I'll need to kind of investigate why this happened. And as mentioned, in the near future, I'm planning on starting a new playthrough in higher difficulty settings, probably legendary. So after testing in normal and learning the game and a lot of testing and experimentation, we'll now prepare to play at the maximum difficulty and see how far can we go at the maximum difficulty. That will be our new challenge very soon. Until then, I'll wish you a good day, and if you like the video, please leave a like and subscribe, and cheers!